Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany, the Happy Homeschooler. Today I'm going to be reviewing 4 curriculums that I have used with my children. Those curriculums are going to be Sonlight, Spelling You See, Sequential Spelling, and All About Spelling. The truth about spelling when it comes to children is that they're all unique. Kids need different things when it comes to learning. So be sure to watch this whole video because you'll get to see inside each of the different spelling curriculums and what that looks like to see if it would be a good fit for your child. The first one is Sonlight. So Sonlight has their own built-in spelling system. At least they did when I started, and that is how I got started with my now 7th grader. So the way that Sonlight works is that the children have a word list. What you're seeing is their 1st grade word list. So they have a word list and then they practice writing those words throughout the week, and then they have a test at the end. I think this is a very traditional way of teaching spelling, but I did not think it was very effective. I remember when I first got that spelling curriculum and I was looking at it and it felt kind of boring, kind of bland. Sonlight does have some extra things that you can do, but I didn't find that it was very effective for retaining the words that my children were trying to learn. I would give Sonlight's curriculum like a 6 out of 10. I didn't love it. I found it a little boring, and even with the games that they provide and suggest, it just wasn't our cup of tea. Everything else that I have, my sequential spelling, my all about spelling, and spelling you see, all came from Sonlight, but they were not Sonlight's core spelling being taught. I bought them separately, or they came with the whole grade package that I ordered for my children. The next one on my list is sequential spelling. The sequential spelling was probably my second to favorite. It was really well done. It felt very basic, very simple. When my son first started, he was like, "Oh, this is so easy." His first couple words were like in, pins, and very basic. However, it progressed sequentially and it really did work. I think that he ended up going from like a 2nd grade spelling to like a 5th grade spelling level just in 1 year doing sequential spelling. So I would definitely recommend sequential spelling if your child would enjoy that. They would have silly sentences that you gotta read with the words, because every time that you would read a word, you would put it into a sentence, which I enjoyed because it also taught vocabulary. So it was kind of like a 2-in-1 program. So if this is something that you think your kids would enjoy, I would recommend it, as far as it did help him remember the word. Here's some examples. We've got book, books, booked, booking, and I just loved it. It was very basic, and every day was just a little bit of a add-on. I really enjoyed sequential spelling. I would definitely give it like a 9 out of 10 for how it worked for my son. So I do recommend this one. I hope you guys are liking this review. Be sure to subscribe and share this video if you know of anybody who's trying to figure out what spelling curriculum is the right spelling curriculum for them, because I'm showing so many different types of spelling curriculum. It can be really helpful. I know when I was searching, it would have been good to be able to kind of get a behind the scenes peek at the different types of spelling programs that were available and how they were different and how they taught. So yeah, if you guys find this helpful, be sure to share it away with all your friends and like it. So this is Spelling You See, and it is a very popular curriculum, and I have to say I was pretty disappointed because I'd heard good things and then I did not like it. I didn't feel that it taught my son in a way that he was very good at understanding. So the way that it works is that he does part of the lesson on his own. He goes through and he highlights with colors the different vowel consonants or endings, that kind of thing. And then I have a answer sheet in the back that's telling me if he did it correctly. And they also did come with colored pencils, so that you had, like, it was all encompassing. They came with colored pencils and he would go through. You can see that he did highlighting them in the blue and then I can go through and check them. Then he would do copy work, which Sonlight incorporates a lot of copy work, because copy work is a good thing. Copy work is great. It does help with spelling, it helps with grammar, it's a great tool. However, it doesn't help with spelling, at least not for my child. He already is an avid reader, so if just seeing the word was enough to teach it to him, he'd be golden. So after he has written it and then done copy work on it, he then has to sit down and write it out and try to just remember the words. And I think that their method is that because he went through and he circled all of the consonant teams or the vowel teams, that he would then remember where they go. That's not how his brain works, so he did not do well with this program. He just didn't quite fully understand it. So with spelling, you see, I'd give it like a 5. For my family, it was like a 5 out of 10. It was not my favorite. It was my least favorite out of all of these. It was definitely not good for our family, and I don't know. I'm sure that it works for some people, but it wasn't a good learning tool for us. So after doing the research, and I had not gone back to sequential spelling, I don't remember why at the time, but I decided to try All About Spelling, and this ended up being like the best curriculum we've ever used. I love it. I am now using it with all of my kids. It's worked so well for my daughter, and now my first grader is using it to learn spelling as well. So the thing I love about All About Spelling is it's got multi-sensory program, which my kids, especially the one I'm teaching right now, my first grader, is very hands-on. So I like this because you get to build words, you get to move the tiles around. It also helps with grammar, and it also includes daily review. So you're constantly being reminded, which is something sequential spelling was kind of like that, where you're constantly remembering what you already worked on and then you're adding something new. All About Spelling is similar to that in that you are doing built-in review every single day. And some days, if I feel like it's too much, I'll just work on a review for that whole day, and that works great too. So the one complaint that I've heard people say is that All About Spelling is a lot of pieces, like it has too many pieces and it can be kind of messy and like a process. But I have found that I just put all of them on a big whiteboard, and because they're magnetic and they come with little magnets when you buy the set, it's easy and they stay there, so it hasn't really been an issue for me. And in fact, I like it because it contains it all, and it's a really good tool. So it teaches syllables really, really clearly, and other tools for learning how to spell and understand language better. So I definitely have loved All About Spelling, and I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it's my favorite. That's why I'm using it with all my kids, because it seemed to work so well for the oldest two. So to sum up my review and comparison of all of these spelling curriculums, my least favorite is Spelling You See. The next would be Sonlight's curriculum. I love Sonlight, but I'm sorry, that's just the one thing. I did not love their spelling program for the younger kids. Then Sequential Spelling, which I would still recommend. I'd say 9 out of 10. And then All About Spelling, which I think is just an incredible program. So well done, and my kids are learning so much with it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.